don't think I'm gonna have. I don't think I'm gonna have no viewers. I ain't got that many subscribers. But oh well. I'm gonna continue to go anyway. Just wanted to talk a little bit about I wonder if that's clear now. I just wanted to talk a little bit about like the decisions that we make. And right now I'm just like overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with just being able to breathe still, being alive, having a wife, having kids, two kids that's in my custody. Then I got kids by my wife, but I have my kids that's by another different woman. And to me, that's just a blessing too, man, because just all of the mistakes that I've made and all of the mistakes that, you probably still making. It's just so critical to get yourself together, and not even get yourself together once you got yourself together, to stay together, because each and every day is a battle. Each and every day is a battle. The enemy always sending something or sending somebody your way to distract you or to cause some type of confusion in your life that causes you to make bad decisions. But the scary part about it is the decision you make can throw away your whole life. And I don't know about you, but so many people say they have it hard and they just got it. They got it hard, and they grieve over the position that they in. And to me, I'm like, man, sometimes you just gotta thank. You gotta thank it. You gotta just be thankful and accept it for what it is. Like how they say, just get it how you live. You got to just accept it for what it is, because it can always be worse, man. It can always be worse. And if you're breathing, you got a roof over your head, and you're not hungry, you're blessed. It's people in different countries right now that, do you know what they'll do for a bottle of water? For a bottle of water, you know what they'll do for a bottle of water, or for a piece of bacon, or a peanut butter jelly sandwich? Like, just some people don't realize. Let me quit saying some people, because it's us as one. Sometimes we don't realize what we have, man. We don't realize what we got. We don't realize that the access we have to certain things that other people don't have that access in. And it's sad that we probably would never know unless we was placed in a position, a different position with those who don't have nothing and who don't have the things that we have. And then that's what'll be a wake-up call to us. Like, we abuse, man. Sometimes we abuse our freedom, the freedom that we have, man. Some people just want to live life. Some people just wish they had the things that we have. They wish they can pick up a Bible. Some in some countries they're not allowed Bibles. You know what I mean? We go spend $150, $200 on a pair of shoes. And it's people in other countries that don't even have shoes. And then we got the nerve to get mad over certain things and little things. And that's why I'm so overwhelmed right now with just thankfulness. I'm overwhelmed with thankfulness because I do have a roof over my head. I do have access to this Bible. I do have clothes on my back. I do have kids. I do have a wife. The man who finds a wife finds favor with the Lord. And sometimes we get wives and we take advantage of our wives. And it's just, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And it's sad too, because some people just don't understand until it's too late. Some people don't realize what they got until it's too late. And some people, they just take advantage of the situation. And it's scary, man. Once you really start reading this Bible, it's scary, because I know it gets scary for me just thinking back. What if I hopped in that car drunk That time I hopped in that car and then I accidentally ran over somebody and hit somebody and killed somebody. And it wasn't an excuse for me because they knew it wasn't an accident because I was drunk. Or what if the time bullets rained out, slugs started raining out, and I got hit with a slug or something, and or the time I got into a fight and the person fell. What if they hit their head or something and then just died? Like, you know how much stuff could have happened to you and it didn't happen, or how much stuff could have happened in a situation that you was interacting in and it didn't happen. And what made me start thinking about this is I was reading Proverbs chapter 29, and I started with verse 1. And this chapter was titled Warnings and Instructions. Like, this Bible actually give us warnings and instructions, and then we also receive warnings through just situations and circumstances that we encounter. Those situations and they become warnings because we make it out of them. You make it out of it. You make it out of the situation. I was facing 30 years, and I spent 2 years trying to fighting this case, and it was a warning. I made it out. Ever since I've been trying to live right, man. It spooked me. I ain't gonna lie. It spooked me. It focused me up. Now, I did a whole bunch of stuff since then, but I never went back all the way to the stuff that I was doing. And now I gradually started to mature spiritually and grow in a way where now I'm to the point where I'm understanding clearly that you have to walk light. You have to walk light, and you have to be skeptical of everything. And you have to stay in the spirit. If you're not in the spirit, man, it's scary. But chapter 29, Proverbs, verse 1, it said, he who hardens his neck and refuses instruction after being often reproved, corrected, criticized, will suddenly be broken beyond repair. That ain't scary, man. Listen, he who hardens his neck, which means, speaking of hardening his neck, my neck hurts like it need cracked or something. But it say, he who hardens his neck and refuses instruction after being often reproved, corrected, criticized, will suddenly be broken beyond repair. That's scary, because this scripture is telling us that the Lord has given us chances and chances and chances. And a lot of us had chances and chances and chances. And you had chances and chances and chances. But sometimes we have a tendency of hardening our neck and refusing the instruction. The Lord corrects those who he loves. So the times that you went to jail, or the times that you got into that accident but nobody was hurt, and you made it through the cracks without having to do a whole bunch of time, you was reproved, you was corrected and criticized. But like me, that happened to me thousands of times, and then I got out of jail. I prayed a way out. God, please get me out of here. Get me out of this cell, God. Please open this cell. Get me up out of this cell. Please, Lord. He got me up out of the cell. Soon when that cell door cracked, Travis, you're released. Soon when they let me up out that jail door, that last door, because you know you're going through 3-4 doors. The cell, then you're going through the pod door, then you're going through the elevator, then you're going through the when I got released off that last door, first thing I did, hey man, you got a cigarette? Hey man, you got a square? And I lit one up right away. And I hopped on the phone, boop, hopped right back on the phone. Hey man, where y'all at? I'm on my way. I'm out. Where the bottles at? And I just forgot that fast. Like, that's got to be a mental problem. But I forgot that fast. But it's telling us, man, those who refuse the instruction, and refuse the correction, it tells us they will suddenly be broken beyond repair. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds real crazy to me. Broken beyond repair. That means those who's been corrected and instructed to do the right thing, and they're taking it for granted and they're taking advantage of it. It's saying that they will be suddenly broken beyond repair. That something could happen to you, man. Like you can mess around and get paralyzed because you was doing something you were supposed to do, and now, now you paralyzed, or you could just catch that last case that sits you down for a long time, and there's nobody can get you out of it. Because I know once you behind that cell door, nobody can get you up out of that until the judge release you. But if you get in a certain case where you just got years, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, or maybe life, you're broken beyond repair in the physical. Only thing you have left now is the spiritual, to give yourself to God and make sure you're going to heaven now. That's what your new fight is. And I don't know about you, but that's crazy. It say when the righteous are in authority and become great, the people rejoice. But when the wicked man rules, the people groan and sigh. A man who loves skillful and godly wisdom make his father joyful. But he who associates with prostitute wastes his wealth. The king establishes the land by justice, but a man who takes bribe overthrows it. A man who flatters his neighbor with smooth words, attending to do harm, is spreading a net for his own feet. Is spreading a net for his own feet. Let me run that back. A man who flatters his neighbor with smooth words and attend to do harm is spreading a net for his own feet. You know how many people I ran across? Who is it?
Me.
What?
Dad, do you think me and Uriah I can go to my friend's house because I finished reading?
Hold on, I'm doing something real quick. A man who flatters his neighbor with smooth words, attending to do harm, is spreading a net for his own feet. You know how many times I thought that I was slick and I was getting away with something, and I ended up getting caught up. And what made it even worse is I was the only one to get caught. I was the only one to get caught. God is not playing. Do you know everything that you probably did, it all just faded away. When you steal something, it either break or somebody steal it from you. When you hustling, you make all this money, and then you go to jail and gotta pay and spend it all on a lawyer. I'm telling you, man, you don't see these things that happens and that's been taking place all this time. It's easy to see now. At least for me, everything that's done in a wicked way, it doesn't last. Everything that's done in the dark comes to the light. It comes to the light. And verse 1 told us that you will suddenly be broken beyond repair. And eventually that time comes. By his wicked plan and evil, let's start back from the verse 5 though. A man who flatters his neighbor with smooth words intending to do harm is spreading a net for his own feet. By his wicked plans, an evil man is trapped, but the righteous man's signs rejoice, for his plans bring good things to him. By his wicked plans, an evil man is trapped. And see, that's a path of destruction. Like so many is on a path of destruction. So many people is on a path of destruction. And I don't make these videos to really criticize nobody or judge nobody. I just be hoping that I can shine light on what's real and what's God and what's serious. And that is real, and that is God, and that is serious, because, man, all of the wicked things that we involved ourselves in, like it has no prosperity in it. It's not going to last. And, and that's why I make these videos, to be honest with you, because not to spread the gospel and to send warnings because I just know I feel blessed. Like I told you in the beginning of the video, I feel blessed and I feel overwhelmed that I have a chance still, that so many things could happen because I was on that path to destruction, but I made it out. I made it out. And each and every day when I leave this house, I'm skeptical. You know how many people that the devil try to send to me that be looking at me crazy, which that's not even a issue at all no more. The looking at me crazy, the mugging part. But it's some people that'll cut you off, or they'll say something funny, or they'll bump you. And if you're not spiritually inclined and strong with your walk, man, you could turn around. Now you're in assault. It's on camera. If your record already messed up, you're gone. Or you could just get drunk, backslide, drunk, hop in the car, boom, you're gone. The enemy wants to take your family, your kids, your job, your everything in one whop. Kill two birds with one stone. So, you know, I pray that you take a look at the path you on and really analyze it and ask yourself, are you on a path to destruction? Are you on a path to righteousness? Are you doing things that's going to help you in the long run? Or are you doing things that's eventually going to catch up to you after a while? And ask yourself that and just be thankful. You might not have too much. You might not have what you want. You might not be in the position that you want to be in. But just know that the Lord has you in the position that he has you in for a reason. Some of us might have a higher position or a higher platform, and then we won't know how to even act with it, which will bring more destruction to us. So God knows what he's doing. Just know that God knows what he's doing. And if you're on a path to destruction, I encourage you to get on the right path, because the path to destruction is wide, but the path to righteousness is narrow. Get on the narrow path, because that path is the path that's going to lead to eternal heaven. And the path to destruction is going to lead to eternal hell. And the Bible tells us that every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. So think about that, because that time will come. God bless y'all.